Hey everyone, we are the Gratitude Girls.
The gratitude girls are in the house. Hi, Laurie. How are you?
I'm wonderful. How are you, Catherine?
I'm great. I got the memo today to be in the shades of our Gratitude Girls journal book. So we are in the purple hues and tones and the indigo colors tonight.
Yes, absolutely. That's the only colors to be, right?
But we're committed to that. Speaking of tonight's topic for our coaching and training, I'll introduce myself in case someone's here for the first time. My name is Catherine Asaro Myers, affectionately known as RaRa. And I like to walk into the room and say, RaRa's in the house. I'm here with my amazing partner.
And I am Lori Delcradecki, and I'm outside of Nashville, Tennessee.
Oh, yes, I'm in beautiful Niagara on the Lake, Ontario, Canada. So tonight we want to talk to you about, are you committed in professionally in business and I guess in your business, how we put it. So I want to talk about what we were just talking about offline, Lori, our family commitment, because for us, this is very deep and very focused and very strong. And this just goes right over into our business. And we talk about this in our personal time. We put our families first. We put our spouses first above anything else. And we talk about it, how we don't do other things because we're with our spouse. And that commitment comes from, well, knowledge, being smart girls that we are, being smart humans that we are, and knowing that it keeps our spouses very happy because we are focused, laser focused. And that feels good. When you and I are laser focused on each other, that makes me feel amazing. So it goes all around and it comes around. So how is that for you? Is it difficult to do? Is it easy? If somebody's thinking, I can't do that, I can't focus on, my spouse, I'm all over the place. Like, let's give a tip on how that works for you and I.
Yeah, well, I think sometimes, I know I've not always been perfect in that area. And but sometimes we get reminders, right? Like I remember one time one of my children when they were younger, and I was always very proud of myself. I could multitask, right? I could be doing five different, windows and five different screens, and I could talk to the kids, and I could be cooking something on the stove because I cook it on low so it keeps in the nutrients, but it also, you can go around, do other things. And one of the kids were trying to talk to me, and I was, and typing whatever, and they, mommy, look into my eyes. So sometimes we get help when we're not
Mm.
focusing where we should be, right? And the same thing, sometimes our spouse might help us, especially if you're someone like me or Catherine that's definitely like a workaholic, right? But you also have to learn to take that personal time. And so that's why we said that, like, you committed to your professional life, but also committed to your personal life.
Right. You made a great point because I don't like to be ignored. I really like to have my husband pay attention to me. And he's dedicated. He's made it his career choice at this point in our marriage in his life. So he's spoiled. You're spoiled as well. He spoils me. And this is all in a positive way. So if he's too busy for me, I'm thinking, maybe that's a reflection of me and what I've done. So I'll turn up the heat on my focus and attention because I don't like to have to look for what I am wanting. I like it to be there. So I like to do the same, do unto others as you would like others to do unto you. So the reminder could be the direct or it could be the indirect approach. Like I said to my husband tonight, I think you're ignoring me on my LinkedIn profile. And he said, no, I'm not. I'm not really bothered with it. And I said, I understand, but if you have a minute, because that's commitment too, right? It's being committed to all that we do in front of each other, helping each other towards our goals. So I asked for it. I said, would you be kind enough to go and take a look and tell me what you think? And he said, absolutely, of course. So it's not just being in front of our face, it's being around us and supporting and holding up the castle that we have. All right, let's talk about business. So commitment in business. Bells and things are going to go off because you know where I'm going to be in 8 minutes. So thank you for the commitment. That's another definition of commitment. Commitment for business, always making sure that I'm on time. There's one thing, I don't even want to say this, but Laurie, if I'm not on time, there's something drastically wrong because I'm 20 minutes getting everything ready as you are checking with everything. So how do you stick to a commitment in business? What do you tell yourself, or is there a little tip or trick you can share with us?
My biggest thing is everything goes on my Google Calendar, which syncs with my phone, which is the only notification that I have on my phone that pops up for reminders to be on time. And I have almost always at least two reminders for each event or thing that I'm going to do.
Right, I like that. I use the reminders also. And I also like I like the example of getting in my car and checking if there's gas. I don't wait for the light to go on. So I get into my tech and I check where the links are. You know, how many times do we hear, I can't find the link? And I'm thinking, well, it took me a half an hour, not like to find it, but it took me an extra half hour to make sure everything was running properly. So if I'm going to take a half an hour, I think before you get into a meeting, you could take 5 or 10 minutes, especially if it's a business meeting. Go in and check your tech, make sure you have the links, asking an organizer while they're live, setting up for everyone how to get into a meeting. So my commitment is that I give extra time to someone before I even get there. And I sort of do that groundwork. You know, I'm the girl that cleans before the cleaning service comes to the house, right? Like I straighten up first. So I am prepared. Life gets in the way, and sometimes you have to hop in last minute, but I always check my tech. So I think the business commitment really aligns with what you were saying personally. Like you make sure you're focused on your family, and then you make sure that you're focused on your business. It's not an accident. My business isn't, oh, look what just happened to me today. I'm not in that reaction of, well, I don't know where it came from. So let me see if I can give you a tip and maybe you can share one. Every single day I'm in a yoga class, and that yoga class gives me the ability to go into a position or a pose called Shavasana. And it may seem like you lie down and you do nothing, but in that Shavasana state, I really have a chance to clear my mind and think very sequentially of nothing. It goes from there are a lot of things in my mind to there's less, and by order of what I need to do when I'm there, there's nothing. And then when I start to come back, the most important thing comes forward and I give it attention and I focus on it like it's the only thing in my mind. And this Shavasana really gives me clarity. If I don't get to my mat once a day, I feel like I didn't brush my teeth.
Mhm. Yeah, exactly. Well, and that's the same that I do like with our gratitude girls journal
Mm.
is every evening I put everything out of my mind except focusing on gratitude, gratefulness, appreciation of like what we always say, five things specific and in detail that happened that day. And the same thing, like all the time, I'm still grateful for, the beautiful sunset, our house, our car, my spouse, things like that, right? But like we get into that specific and detail because that attracts more of that gratitude vibration, right? And I do that every night right before I go to bed. And for a while now, I've done it where I put my phone up about an hour before I go to bed. And so I'm not touching any any electronics. And, but that's it. And then I just get in that really gratitude state right before I climb in bed and snuggle up to my husband.
Yes, I do that with my gratitude journal as well. And I love that we are teaching and coaching and training about 5 things in detail. And recently we've had some of our our fans and our clients giving us glowing testimonials about how they're giving our book as gifts and to their granddaughters and to their friends and in businesses, and the speaking engagements that are coming as a result and still do come in as a result of how gratitude is important in the workplace. So in terms of the personal and business, a Gratitude Girls journal would be a wonderful tool in a place of business, because it would keep the spirits high, so to speak, because everyone can be grateful for 5 things, whatever they are, and hopefully it's what they do during the course of the day. So Laurie, what would you say if someone wants to really go and turn their life around right now, because they're watching us and they're listening to our free coaching and training every week or for a decade, and they want to make one action that's going to make a difference? What could they do? Do you have a recommendation?
Well, first thing, yeah, go to Amazon and buy our journal, Gratitude Girls Journal. But the biggest thing is you don't just buy it. You have to write in it every single day and it's a 100-day challenge. Take that 100-day challenge. And if you need a little bit of help with it, you can go to gratitudegirls.com, and we have a coaching that we do each week also with our people that are currently in our 100-day gratitude challenge.
I love that. That's really a great place to wrap up for tonight. Just go and make the purchase, take the step, not only get the book, but write in it. So take the action to get the thoughts out of your mind. So when I clear my mind in Shavasana, clear your mind, go to your gratitude journal, and then one by one in detail, write the things that you're grateful for. Laurie, I'm grateful for you. Thank you so much for all that you do for our friendship. In case I haven't told you today, thank you. It really means a lot to me and to our audience for being here. So hopefully we'll see everybody again next week. If not, we'll see you sooner during the course of our week. Everyone knows how to reach us. Laurie, any links that we want to share?
Yes, just gratitudegirls.com, of course. And then if you want to message us, you can do gratitudegirlscoaching@gmail.com, or you can go to facebook.com/gratitudegirls, message us there, or same thing on Instagram @gratitudegirls. Have a great night, everyone. We'll see you next Monday.
Thank you. Have a good night. Happy Labor Day.